Hello, everybody. Bundeswehr Bob here, along with Ben Magnus, playing some more Hearts of Iron 3. And Ben, I think, where are you going to land anyway in the U.S.?
Oh,
how's that going to happen?
Well, I was thinking of doing two. I could do one from in the south in Florida, and then one in the north in let's see, where's a high-level port that has good access? Boston, around Boston, maybe. That might be ideal. Or I can move it a little bit south to inland between Boston and New York City, and then I could try to take both ports so I don't have all my eggs in one basket. Oh,
all the eggs, all the German eggs.
Oh, the Irish! I keep forgetting about them. God damn! I don't know why, but I just keep forgetting that they're there.
Very
and
rude.
Just I forget and then slowly push them down into a smaller area. Forget, slowly push them down into a smaller area.
Oh yeah, that's right, guys. We're fighting the Irish. Forgot about that. I'm actually fighting Portugal, and they're actually putting up a little bit more of a fight than the Soviets were.
Soviet Onion.
That Soviet Onion.
Apparently I have room for more stuff to build. So, I guess bombers? I don't know if we're all get...
Are we going to need anything, though?
No, definitely not. In my experience, the United States is a paper tiger in vanilla. They're much tougher in Black Ice. Sorry, I paused there because I figured out where those Iraqi units were going. Remember the militia that were just walking around?
Mm-hmm.
There is one province in the middle of Russia that is rebel controlled, but not. But I never actually told my units right there to take it, so they're just camping out next to it to keep the rebels in Russia under control, I guess.
Well, good on them. You know.
I mean, I
knew we could count
for
on
effort.
So actually, I noticed something before we started recording. As I took a look at Luxembourg, they're actually at war with us, but they're your puppet.
What?
At war with Germany, Italy, Japan, Manchukuo, Ethiopia, all that stuff, and then is a puppet of Germany.
Well, let's
Luxembourg is an active member.
Let's go march some units over there and see what happens. Because who knows what that means? Yay for
war with your own puppet.
Yeah, yay for Hoi 3 and its peculiarities. There we go. It's early, I can't word.
The invasion of Portugal is still proceeding.
We're slowly losing more of like West Africa to the French militia.
I'm not feeling too bad about that.
No, I'm not losing sleep.
I mean, unless they can muster a true force and do anything, I'm not concerned.
Do I got naval bombers, don't I?
I don't know, do you?
I put them, let's see.
I have a distinct feeling that this game's probably going to end before my super heavy battleships are done.
Shame. Shame is what that is.
Those are going to be January 19th. Well, maybe not. I don't know. It depends on how long I guess it takes you to invade the United States.
In my experience, after the initial combat, it's just a matter of walking for a while.
Mm-hmm.
It's just American VPs are spread all over the fucking place.
I'm surrounding Lisbon slowly.
Yay!
Which all they have there is just an infantry division. I don't know how it's made up of, but it's there.
All right. Start ferrying troops.
What do I even have in my production queue? Infrastructure for days.
Yeah.
Nothing but infrastructure. And some Marines. Ooh, my submarines too. Not that I'm really going to need them, but you know. No convoys are going nowhere.
Well, we control. It's like the German version of Bretton Woods now. We control the entire world's waterways.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Okay, you get on there, and then you move over here. Base. It's trying to like collect forces that are scattered across the planet. Yep. We're definitely land combat at Luxembourg, so I puppeted them, and we are at war with them.
How do you do that one?
Beats the living hell out of me. Game's weird.
But they're not moving out from their position, though. That's the other thing. They're just sitting there.
So I'm just gonna grab some units, and I guess we'll reconquer Luxembourg for some reason. Yeah, that. I don't know why, but we'll do it. Carrier crew training, huzzah. Actually, almost done with the... Well, not almost. December 7th, I'll be done with the Clausewitz and the Barbarossa.
The Barbarossa.
Submarines?
We'll see how stalwart these Portuguese units are once I've cut them off.
Oh, the Irish. Right.
How close are they to capitulating? Well, I mean, Portugal is pretty tiny, so, I mean, once I take Lisbon, they should just collapse.
Yeah, I think they may have 1 or 2 overseas VPs, but I don't know if it'll make a difference. No, I don't think so. I'm gonna make the Irish sweat it out.
Yeah.
Just for shits and giggles. Land combat in Dingle. The Battle of Dingle has been won. Now it's time for the Battle of Dongle. Leave the county.
Yeah, Lisbon should fall soon.
Leave the county my wife's from for last, just for poops and giggles.
Is she actually from Ireland?
Her family is. She was born here, but her family is.
Ah.
We got landing craft again. How many of these fuckers can fit on those fuckers? Okay. I basically, like, abandoned the concept of order of battle when I'm, you know, moving people all over the place like this. I'm just like, fuck it.
Well, Lisbon's fallen.
They're trying to strike out from Cork. And the stalwart Irish Navy. Actually, you know what? Maybe we should test out my new naval bombers on the Irish Navy.
Don't tell me there's VPs down here. God damn it.
Wait, are there?
Yeah, Nova, Lisboa, Luanda.
New Lisbon?
Damn it. Mm-hmm. All right, well, whatever.
Have fun.
God damn it.
Bombing of Cork. Oh, the Irish Navy is just a couple of transports. That's a little sad. We're just sinking the transports in their bursts, so the divisions can't run away. Just port striking the hell out of them. Oh, it's not even fair. I've got, like, my crack panzer divisions in Ireland, too. Not even close to being fair. The only problem I have now is that I don't have a lot of transports, and it takes a little while to traverse the Atlantic. Who knew that it took a while to get around an ocean?
Who knew?
Any more units here?
That's right. Not feeling so cocksure now, are you, Portugal?
Fuck you.
That's right.
Fuck you, Portugal. Fuck you. That escalated. So any idea what you'd like to do after this one, Bob? Would you like to do another vanilla, or are you confident enough in 3 to move on to Black Ice?
Well, I wouldn't say I've mastered vanilla, but I understand the concepts at play enough where to you know, jumping into Black Ice I don't think would be such a mindfuck. I mean, really, the thing with Black Ice is that you know, I'm familiar with, like, the NATO symbols. This was really the only hang up I had with Black Ice. You know, I'm familiar with the NATO symbols in vanilla here and stuff. Like, I knew kind of what the infantry was, what the tanks were, what a garrison is, militia, all that stuff. Like, that was very intuitive to me. Jumping to Black Ice, it's just like, fuck's going on? What is all this? What do these symbols mean? I didn't know what was happening on the map, and that was immediately very overwhelming. I didn't spend a lot of time trying to figure out what was happening on there. Coupled with the fact that I just wasn't very experienced with the game to begin with, and knowing that it is more complicated in Hoi 3 versus Hoi 4, it's just like, all right, let's just try vanilla, see how that goes. So, not knowing what things mean, and then also trying to learn new game concepts, those are that's a match there for what can be a painful time.
I honestly think you will enjoy your time with Black Ice, because a lot of things I know you particularly like about like Hoi 4 and Hoi 3 really get the full treatment. I think that'll sit well with you.
As for what to play,
I'm not sure.
One would be Black Ice, of course. What countries to play, I don't know.
I don't know either. I feel like Germany, Italy, we just did.
We did.
Japan is a fun playthrough. Then, I mean, if we go Axis and one of us goes Japan, who's the other one going to be?
China.
China. I love China. I love China. Oh my. Somebody on my Facebook this morning linked a video of it's Peter Griffin in that like tour bus with Trump having that famous groping conversation. Oh, it's fucking hilarious. Oh man. The very
supposed locker room talk thing.
Peter Griffin. Whoa! This isn't a locker room. The very end of it, Trump's having trouble opening the door to the bus, and Peter Griffin's like, "Just grab the latch right there." I know it's really hard with your tiny hands. It's been a very long time since I've watched Family Guy.
That's still on the air? Is that still going?
I think it is. I know it's syndicated, but I think they're still making new ones too. Let's see, are those transports? Those are transports, and I could fit just a whole nother Army Corps in here, I think. All right, Florida's gonna get it nice and good. Florida.
Any more Adventures of Florida, man?
Yeah. Oh my God, Florida's everything's batshit crazy here. Absolutely everything's crazy in Florida. I don't know what it is about Florida, but god damn it. Let's see, naval map mode. Let's get some convoys out and raiding. Let's get the surface fleet out patrolling. Just gotta send my surface fleet to patrol outside of New York City and Boston.
Rude.
Nope. They sank some subs. I lost 2 submarines.
How dare they?
It's the most glorious moment of the American Navy.
Yeah, this advance into Portugal is not organized at all. I just kind of took some to start throwing him at Portugal.
I know.
That's all I did.
I know the feeling. All right. So we have Luxembourg surrounded.
Crush them.
That's the plan. Those Luxembourgian
tanks,
puppets
motorized. There's like some light tanks, and then some motorized infantry, some cavalry, just for good measure.
I mean, that's really messed up. How could a puppet be at war with you? All right, everybody, dogpile on Luxembourg. They have 1 infantry division. And the battle is won. 9 casualties.
So what happens now if they're their puppet?
Fuck if I know.
You conquer the territory, or?
I haven't the foggiest idea.
How does that work? What's happening?
I don't know.
How do you do?
I don't know. I don't know. Wow, we are gonna end this in like 1942.
I have a bunch of Italian Marines that just got nowhere to go.
Help in America?
Well, I don't think I can get a transport over there as a thing.
We should be able to use my bases, I think.
Well, you'd think so, but if that were true, then I'd be able to invade South Africa, but I can't do that either.
Oh. Well, I mean, if you have to rebase, we conquered Luxembourg. You'd have to rebase your fleets to my bases, then try it from there. Because it's not like a global system when you tell them to launch an invasion or something like that. It calculates like distance from where you just happen to be at that moment. So Irish rebels. Okay, I think it's time to end the Irish.
Oh, suck it down, Irish.
Yeah.
I'm actually half Irish.
I thought you were Prussian. Liar.
Well, my mom's side's German, then my dad's side's Irish.
Gotcha. All right. Well, the Irish did have 4 full infantry divisions, but it was no match for, like King Tigers and Panzers. Well, am I using
German armor rolling around?
I'm in like late model Panzer IVs. All right.
I'm wasting it on production. What? Okay, I guess I'll build more roads. Infrastructure. I guess we'll build down to the south of Italy. Why not?
Yeah, exactly. Why not?
Why the fuck not?
Transport, or no, these are subs.
Well, would you say this was a lot easier, or was it the same, or
this was a good deal easier
with a player-controlled Italy Axis ally?
It was a good deal easier. And this is gonna sound a little bit mean, but it was mostly because Italy wasn't dumping 2 million men onto a strained supply network. Oh, we won.
Oh. We haven't even invaded the U.S. yet.
Well, Ireland was the linchpin.
Ireland was
the fall of Cork ended World War II. Well, Bob, that leaves us.
Now what do we do?
do we want to just hit continue and invade the U.S. for shits and giggles, or do we want to just end it here, knowing that we won and the United States isn't going to actually put up a fight and start a new game?
Well, are they gonna put up a fight at all? I mean,
do you want to? I can pretty much guarantee you that it's just going to be like 8 episodes of me waltzing across the United States open plains.
Let's just end it then.
Okay.
Honestly,
I have recorded, invasion of the United States before, and it is not difficult. Black Ice, it is hard. Vanilla, it is not difficult.
Well, I guess that'll be the next thing then.
That'll be the next thing.
Black Ice.
Will be Black Ice. Well, do you wanna discuss what you want to do in Black Ice in Black Ice now, or do it off screen?
Well, we can do it now. I don't see why not. I mean, we're only 18 minutes in this particular episode, so we got like 12 minutes.
Fuck it, we got some dead air.
What do we do?
I don't know what to do with my hands.
I know one of the things that's been requested is a Britain-France playthrough more than once. I know that that's a thing. I don't know how difficult that would be in Black Ice together, or what, or who plays what. I don't know.
Well, personally, I know I've got a really bitchin' Benjamin Montgomery avatar to use on a thumbnail.
Have me be France.
I don't have a Benjamin de Gaulle already whipped up, but I mean, what would you either side is going to have its difficulties. Whoever's playing France is going to have to bear the brunt of the German attack. Who's ever playing the United Kingdom is going to have to be micromanaging wars on all fronts. So
can 2 players play the same country?
I believe so.
Soviet Onion.
That would be, oh my god. You want to talk about
Black Ice Soviet Onion co-op?
Diving in head first into Black Ice. That's how to do it if you want to just go into the deep end. Because I mean
well, there's 2 of us at that point now dealing with
there would be 2 of us. Oof. That's a theory. That's that's difficult. Did you watch any? By any chance, did you watch any of my Russia Black Ice playthrough?
I have not, unfortunately.
I can't. I was on the brink of losing that on like normal difficulty. The Germans got pretty historically, if not a little further than historically, into my territory before I was able to recoup and drive them back. It was hard. I mean, it would be fun, but I'm telling you, it'll be hard.
Well, there would be two of us managing a front now, as opposed to
that would definitely,
just one of us.
That would definitely fucking help. Oh boy, that's a good idea.
I mean, I'm going to assume that, you know, like for what you said was vanilla miners, I would assume that Black Ice miners probably wouldn't be any better. In fact, probably worse.
No, they did do a little bit of tweaking to miners to make them more feasible. There's some setups. So you know, in Black Ice, there's some pre-game events to let you customize how you want to play the game, and they did put some events in for miners to boost their like leadership and stuff like that, so they can be more competitive.
Mm-hmm.
So miners are more feasible in Black Ice than they are in vanilla.
Well, how about some miners then?
Like,
what would be some good miners? What miners have you played?
None, because my Black Ice experience, I ran Japan poorly. And then before the war ended, the save file was corrupted, and I had to end the series. I did Germany. That was very fun. I did the Soviet Union, and I did a little bit of the United Kingdom. I think I did like 25 episodes of the United Kingdom, and then I ran into stability issues.
Well, what kind of stability issues did you run into?
The United Kingdom thing was my own fault. I was running 2 series at the same time. I don't remember which ones they were, but the Black Ice files running 2 save files off the same game cache was interfering with each other. So it was just the fact that I was running 2 different save files off the same game cache that was problematic, and that was causing crash issues. But other than that, I mean, it's not as... Crash issues aren't as big of a deal when you're dealing with multiplayer, because both people are going to have the save file.
I see.
I mean, we might run... I mean, we had no stability issues in this. We might run into some crashing issues, but it won't be a big deal with both people, you know, running the game.
I see. Well, I think I'm liking the idea of Britain-France playthrough. Myself.
I'm on board with Britain-France. It's just who's going to be Britain, who's going to be France. They're each going to have their own problems. Would you rather, you know, France does have some colonial stuff to deal with, but it's mostly contained to the mainland and fighting off the Germans. United Kingdom isn't going to have that initial onslaught, but it's going to be more of a macro gameplay. So which would you prefer for yourself?
Well, I can do France. I mean, I've played like France before in like Hearts of Iron 4. Mm-hmm. But you know, obviously they're different beasts, especially if you're going to throw Black Ice in the mix. But you know, fighting a defensive war, I think in Black Ice might even be easier, right? Because you have terrain and weather, all that stuff to deal with. Terrain
bonuses are through the roof. River crossing penalties are higher. Cities are if you defend a city properly, impossible to take without dedicated siege artillery, which the Germans get events to build if they want to, which is fucking badass. What I did when I played Germany, what I did was I took my biggest siege artillery and built siege divisions around them, and the divisions were just like, siege artillery, heavy artillery, engineers, like Waffen SS, and like heavy tanks. So it was just the most powerful, heavily armored, lumbering divisions. Because of the heavy artillery, you could only strategically deploy them to the front. So when they needed to be moved, you had to surround a city with regular infantry and then strategically deploy, the assault divisions to the surrounding provinces, wait for them to get their organization and supplies, then launch them into these, awful, heavily contested city battles, which is fun. Cities are like linchpins in defensive systems often because of the attack penalties.
Mm-hmm. Well, why don't we do this? I mean, this is going to be, the results are going to be in by the time this episode airs.
Yeah.
But why don't we do like a quick straw poll, throw it up on like your Discord, and see if people want to see like a Britain France, or maybe like a co-op Soviet Onion, or what they want to.
I think
what they want to see.
I think co-op Soviet Onion, Britain France, a handful of miners. I don't know. I can't really think, if one of us played Japan, I can't really think of who else would, what the other person would play that would really go hand in hand with that without going head to head, which we generally don't do.
Well, head to head's cool and all, and like I really enjoy that with like the community events and such.
Head to head works better on in a more open environment rather than the
on a larger scale. Well, it doesn't promote
of
communication as a thing. It's just like, if I tell you I'm doing this thing,
yeah,
then you can counter the thing.
Yeah.
It's like, what the fuck's the point?
Yeah.
So
at least Italy's got some nice borders.
Yeah, they look okay. It looks all right.
I control the planet, and you've got your corner.
Like, I'm a little corner of the planet.
Oh,
it's beautiful. It's nice.
Well, why don't we wrap this up? We've been discussing it for a good 10 minutes now.
Okay.
We'll throw up a straw poll and see what the people on Discord say. I mean, we've got a couple hundred people there to pull from, so we'll see what they want, and we'll go from there.
We will. Well, thank you for watching, everybody. This what I thought it was kind of short, actually, series.
Yeah.
It was shorter than I thought it was going to be. I thought it was going to be a little bit longer.
Well, with
yes.
two competent players working together, on vanilla, it wasn't too terribly difficult of a game.
Yeah. So, but yeah, remember to like and subscribe if you enjoyed this series and you're looking forward to more on both my channel and Ben's. If you want to also watch the Italian perspective, obviously you're on my channel. If you want to watch the German perspective of this, go to Ben's channel. Please remember to visit our Patreon pages too if you want to support our content, because this is a career path for us that we are looking to make viable. Ben's already kind of made it viable. I'm trying to get there.
You're on your way.
We will catch you guys on the next series.
Yes. Question mark at the end of that statement. Goodbye, everybody.
Goodbye.